friends. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Normally, of course, I'm on Monday, but yesterday was my wedding anniversary, or our wedding anniversary. And so we had a lovely dinner. Made a roasted pork with scalloped potatoes, and I made a lovely cake for dessert. And so we just enjoyed a nice evening at home. And so we're here tonight to do some fall readings. So let me know in the chat if you would like a reading for what's coming up for the fall for you. Let me know how you're doing. Hi, Hershey. How you doing, love? Hi, Debbie. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Gerald. Thank you, Gerald. Appreciate that. Yeah, 19 years. 19 years. Funny story about the wedding anniversary. I don't know if I've shared this with you guys or not, but I think maybe on our 15th wedding anniversary, my loving husband decided to clean the kettle, and on the weekend, and our anniversary was on a Monday, and I think it was a Monday. Could have been a Thursday, who knows. Anyways, the point is that he cleaned the kettle, and the next day I went to make my cup of tea in the morning, and it tasted really bad, and in fact it curdled the milk, and so I thought that the milk had gone bad, and so I made myself a second cup of tea and switched the bag of milk, and I made myself my second cup of tea, and I was just like, this is awful. Anyways, Mark sent me a text and wished me happy anniversary, and I said thank you, and then I told him the saga of my curdled milk and my tea, and he was like, oh, did you boil the kettle? And I'm like, well, yeah, how else would I make a cup of tea? And that's when he informed me that he used some chemical to clean out the kettle, and he didn't rinse it out. So literally he tried to kill me on our wedding anniversary. So he's had a difficult time living that one down, friends. But the good news is I'm still here, so his plan backfired. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny at the time. For entertainment purposes only, children, if you're listening out there, which no children should be listening to this video, but if anyone is, don't forget to rinse the kettle after you use TLC on it. I think it's TLC or TLR or TL something, some kind of chemical that you use to descale the kettle. Anyway, moving on. So I have Jessica Lynn and I have Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Nancy Riker. Hope everybody's doing okay on this fine Tuesday evening with so much going on in the world of the news. We have lots going on in Canada. Not really sure of how this actually happened, but yesterday in our House of Commons, so like your House of Congress, in our House of Commons, something happened that should not have happened yesterday, where a war veteran was accredited and was, everyone was clapping and got sort of like a standing ovation. And I do not know the purpose for why that person was there, but anyways, it turns out that this person has some ties to Nazis, and the Speaker of the House actually resigned today due to the backlash. So there's that. And then there's this whole situation with India over a murder that had happened in, I believe it was in British Columbia. And so, yeah, lots going on in our political climate. We don't usually have a lot going on, so this is just an interesting little period of time. And of course, in the U.S., you guys are all facing the government shutdown. Tragic. Hi, Paisley. Hi, Linda. So, I've got some people starred. If you want a reading, do let me know. And we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Everybody's saying hi. I was just talking to my cousin on Messenger, and she said she might pop in, so that's nice. Cats are running around like cray-cray behind me. If you guys can hear, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to not put up my banner because yesterday or last time I was on, put up my banner and I couldn't see over it. So for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, don't shut my channel down, okay? All right, let's go ahead with our first request here with Debbie. Debbie says, I would like to know what the month of October has for me. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to do a combination of, absolutely, Nancy, I got you, love. I'm going to do a combination of like tarot and oracle. Absolutely, Paisley. Sort of like whatever I'm led to doing. Hi, Pooja. It's good to see everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. It's a lovely day here today, you guys. Rosie was out running around in the backyard, and I've got you, Pooja. And the leaves were blowing and falling off of the tree, and she's just kind of standing there like, what's going on? And of course, I forget she's not seen fall, right? So she's experiencing a lot of things for the first time, which is really fun to watch her experience those things. I want to take a moment, say thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you, of course, to the existing subscribers. Please don't forget to do all those YouTube things that are so important to all the channels. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave comments. You guys know the drill. Okay, let's go with the late seers. You want a reading too, Linda? Absolutely, my friend. Gotcha. So for anyone out there that is interested, we have a lot going on in terms of astrology. We have a super moon, full moon on the 29th that is going into the sign of Aries. It's the last super moon of the year. Of course, we've just had the fall equinox, and so this is a great time to sort of really get in touch with yourself and think about the things that you want to maybe release, things that you want to work on, and relationships may be a big part of that because we are in the Libra season. And Libras are all about relationships, people, unity, harmony, right? bringing their scales back into balance. Hi, Liz. Oh, I'm so sorry that you're in the hospital. Sure, I'll see what I can get. Okay. Debbie, I'm going to pull another card. So I'll tell you what I've got, and then I'll show it to you when I'm done shuffling here. We've got the Two of Cups coming out, which of course the Two of Cups is about, it's about harmony. It's about blending energies. It can be about relationships, emotions. It can even be about, what partnerships or, working with others kind of vibe. Then we've got the Five of Wands. So some sort of conflict. And then we've got the Five of Swords. Again, more conflict. So one is conflict where it's like a perceived conflict, like I don't like that person's vibe, I don't like that person's energy. The Five of Swords is more like inner conflict, right? Like negative talking, self-sabotage, that kind of idea, right? And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Empress. Empress is all about nurturing. She's about taking action. She is equally strong as she is motherly. I pulled this oracle card, Parting Ways. The message on this card says it may be time to move on from this person or situation. So if you're having a problem with somebody, if you're sort of not vibing them, it may help you to just put some boundaries up and sort of distance yourself from that person. Not saying totally walk away from them, because that's not always easy to do, but just to put some boundaries up to protect your energy from them. We've got the Owl and getting clarity. And the clarity is coming from hopefully that distance that you will create with that person or that situation. This is the last oracle card that I pulled. Lost in the ruins of the past, find the way to the present moment and live. So only you know if that resonates or not. If there's a person or a situation from the past that sort of, keeps kind of coming into your mind or coming into your life. Maybe it's a family member or like a coworker that, like they sit in the cubicle next to you, so you can't really get rid of them kind of vibe. Put some boundaries around yourself and protect your energy. When that person approaches you, I want you to sort of say to them, you know what? I've only got 10 minutes for you right now. I do want you to know that below the Empress card, which is like that's like your protection, right? That is your fight in you coming out, like your strength, right? Not your fight, but your strength. Below that is the Six of Swords. So things are getting better. Things are starting to move to a more calmer sort of vibe for you. I think that you need to be patient where that is concerned. And I'm going to pull a couple of these little tea leaf cards because I thought, hey, why not? The little round ones here. Hi, Bella. All right, so we've got Door. The Door says opportunities are waiting for you. You've got Stork, which is news of a new business opportunity or a birth of something. So something starting, something that's being created. And you've got money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So perhaps this new job opportunity or a new sort of business development, new business adventure is coming towards you in the fall, which I think is really, really, really super exciting. Now, of course, maybe you don't have a job. Maybe this is an opportunity where you're going to be able to make some money. It could be, you know, selling crafts, selling bake sale items, whatever it might be. But that's what I've got for you. So let me know if that makes any sense or not. And I thank you for being here and for asking the question. Jessica Lynn, would you like a fall reading, please? Hi, Ellen. All right, let's do Jessica. I'm hot, friends. Holy. It wasn't hot earlier until I closed the door. We have skunks and raccoons here, so. Oh, it does? Okay. Thanks, Debbie. Hi, Cheryl. Yes. Of course, Ellen, I got you. Okay, friends, here we go with Miss Jessica. That's a good Jessica. Absolutely, Bella. Whoops. I got you, Bella. I almost clicked on Linda's name because the chat moved. But I got you, Bella. Nice. Gotta love it when the card flips right out, right away. So interesting. These cards that I've got, I want to show them to you right away because I think it's super interesting. So I just pulled these two cards and look at the images on these two cards. Both of them, the way that they're standing with their arms up like that. Isn't that interesting? All right, so we start, Jessica, with the Four of Wands, which is lovely energy, right? It's home, it's time to celebrate, it's joy, it's, you know, hanging out with like-minded people, it's a celebration. It's a moment where you send, you know, gratitude for the blessings in your life. It's that kind of vibe. You've got the Five of Cups here coming out next. Now, we often call the Five of Cups the crying over spilt milk card, and it's the moment when we realize that there are 3 cups that have, you know, been knocked over, the contents have spilled out, and you have 2 cups that are still standing upright. So, can we turn this from a half empty to a half full situation? Can we, you know, redirect our attention to the cups that are still upright and try to, you know, salvage it, trying to find a solution forward, right? Try to find the positive as opposed to focusing on the negative. It's that kind of vibe. Okay. We've got the Emperor coming out as your outcome card, and the Emperor is lovely. It's about, you know, leadership and taking control. It's logic and organization. It's about structure. So having structure and routine is going to be helpful to you to keep you on a positive, is what that is telling you. Okay. You've got the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and the Seven of Wands is that you might be feeling slightly challenged at this particular moment, which, you know, not to take away from your reading, but like I think that a lot of us are feeling challenged right now because there's so many crazy energies happening all at the same time. It's hard to know what to do for ourselves, to be honest. But this is a moment where you might feel it necessary to stand up for yourself. This is a moment where you may feel, oh, you know what, I feel a little out of sorts. I need to, like, take myself and do some meditation. I need to, like, sort of realign myself, right? Ground yourself. It's that kind of vibe. So self-care for you is going to be important as you move forward, right? The interesting part about that card in this reading is that, you know, you're happy, you're content, everything's fine, but somehow you are like, it's like you're focused ahead, and then you see over here this like Five of Cups kind of thing happening, and you're like, don't look, Jessica, don't look, just keep your eyes straight ahead, like keep your eye on the prize. It feels like that kind of a vibe. So you've got the intuition card. This is your chakra, right? This is about trust, awareness, guidance, and insight. So pay attention to any synchronicities, dreams, smells, birds, butterflies, those kinds of things happening, because you're being sent messages. You're being sent confirmations that you are being heard. So don't be afraid to ask them, because they're listening, right? And the last card that I've got, again, with, the same sort of position, is an understanding. It's the understanding that you are protected. It is the understanding that you know that you are, one with the universe. Do you understand what I mean? Let's pull a couple of these tea leaf cards. Resonates a lot. I feel like I need more self-care. Yeah. Listen, you can't be like number one all the time. You know what I mean? You have to have an off moment. You have to, like, down it a little bit. And it's totally okay. It doesn't make you less than. It just makes you human. It is so hard to shuffle these brown cards. Whoops. Okay. So, wow. So that's the card that just popped out. We've got wealth. We've got a kite, which is a vacation. So taking that moment where we're going to sort of ground and, feel that tranquil sort of vibe. You've got boat. And that says money or property through an inheritance, winning, or inheritance, winning, or windfall. Now, listen, that could mean that you find $5 in an old coat pocket, from last winter, right? For entertainment purposes only. Then you've got this lovely diamond. You will be receiving or giving a precious gift. So lots of good things coming your way. You've got wealth, money being given, a vacation, and possibly receiving a gift from someone that you care about, which is lovely. So that's what I got for you. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates. Thank you for asking the question, Jessica. Thank you for being here. Miss Nancy says she would like a reading. Hi, Ivana. Hi, Cheryl. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody saying hi. So sorry. All right, let's go with One World Tarot. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm running out of real estate over here. Don't tell anybody, but I got all kinds of tarot cards and cards all over the desk. It's a situation. Like, seriously, it's a situation. I'm running out of room. Oh, thanks, Jessica. I do too. I love the tea leaf deck, but they're hard to shuffle. Well, any deck is hard for me to shuffle because I have such small hands. But anyways, that's a whole other story. All right. Nancy. Got the Five of Swords coming out, Nancy. The Knight of Cups. Judgment. And the High Priestess. Wow. Let's go over here. Love it. All right, so the Five of Swords, right, is you know, like that little inkling that just will not go away. You know, that the voice in your head that just constantly, it's like it's on repeat or something, it's on loop, and it just won't stop. That's coming in sort of from the past. But I feel like that voice is still there. And I feel like you're not giving it the attention that it deserves. We've got the Knight of Cups here. And so I think that it's possible that whatever that voice in your head is saying to you, you may be trying to reconcile it emotionally, if that makes sense. What we're waiting for, what we're hoping for, is the Judgment. You know, this is the enlightenment. This is the new perspective. This is a new understanding. This is about you and your spiritual team and the understanding that you have with each other. You've got the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. Here's what's interesting. I've got the card here of Chaos. And if you are leveling up, if you're going through an enlightenment, if you are not aware, which a lot of us aren't, that you are leveling up or that you are like more connected than you even realize that you are, if you are resisting it in any way, it can feel extremely chaotic, right? It can literally feel like I'm getting sick, something's wrong with me, right? I feel that there might be a bit of resistance is what I'm trying to get to, is there might be a little bit of resistance between you and whatever's happening to you. And so this is why I've got these two cards, right? I've got three cards. We've got the Judgment, which is the understanding. You've got the High Priestess, which is asking us for patience and also to listen to that inner guidance or intuition. And then I've got this lovely Feather, which is divine guidance. So you are not alone. You are fully protected. And if you're unsure of what's happening to you, if you are unsure of how to make sense of it, ask for help. Ask them for clarity. You yourself can give yourself some clarity by doing certain things for yourself, like making sure that you stay grounded, making sure that you meditate, that you journal, allowing your thoughts and your feelings to be sort of like get them out of you and leave space for clarity, right? I'm going to pull a few of these tea leaf cards for you. Let me know if that makes sense or not, Nancy. That seems like a very specific kind of vibe. I don't know what is going on with these cats. They're going crazy behind me. I've got the Quill. And that says get back to basics. Okay. So we have grapes, time to go out and have some fun. We've got the staff, and that says you will be taken care of in difficult times. And we've got the star, which says guaranteed success. So here's what I want you to think of in hopes that this makes sense, what I'm trying to explain. Something's happened. We've done everything that we can do, right? So we say out loud, I've done everything I can do. I can't possibly do anymore. So I feel good about what I've done, and the rest is up to the universe. So I'm going to put my trust in the universe for the most benevolent outcome. And I'm just going to take a back seat. I'm going to live my very best life, and whatever else is going to happen is going to happen. Because I cannot force it, and I can't fear it. I can't resist it. I may not understand it, and I think that's what is so challenging about any kind of like ascension or leveling up or trusting yourself in terms of like your gift or your intuition or whatever. It's difficult because we can't really, put it into like words that makes people understand what the heck we're saying, right? So be kind to yourself while you navigate this process. You're not alone. Every single one of us has gone through this and will continue to go through it. It happens to the very best of us, I want to say. But know that you are divinely guided. So I feel like, in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months kind of idea, you're going to be like, that's, it's just fine. Like everything's going to be okay. Like there will be no more questions. Do you know what I mean? It resonates. You understand? Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Hershey. All right. Thank you very much for the question, Nancy. I do appreciate it. And I wish you many blessings, my friend. All right. We have Miss Paisley here, and she would like to know what's going on for the fall for her. Hi, honey. Beautiful. Well, Paisley. Lovely cards. Deep breath. It's all good. We have the moon card coming out. Now, I feel like in this case, the moon is highlighting something for you that you might not see. And it's not bad. Not bad at all. It's very good. We have the Seven of Wands coming up, right? Again, being challenged a bit. For you, Paisley, I think that the Seven of Wands is more like you're feeling out of your element, right? That something is shifting and you kind of feel like, okay, what do I do? Like, this is a new experience. I'm not quite sure. I feel like there might be, when how do I say this? You know, when something seems like almost too good to be true, you have a tendency to be like, no, I'm from Missouri. Something my mom used to say, right? Like it's too good to be true, so I can't fully invest in that. It kind of feels like that. It's like if someone told you that you were going to, like I'm sending a check to you in the mail. You don't want to be like standing out there by the mailbox every day. Do you know what I mean? You kind of be like, it's fine if it comes. You know what I mean? It feels kind of like that. The last card that we have is the Four of Wands, right? Now, I don't know what your relationship status is, Paisley. I don't know if you are in a relationship, a romantic relationship. But we've got the Dreamer or the Fool card on the bottom of the deck, New Beginnings. You know, that Four of Wands, it's the marriage card, right? It's marriage proposals. You've got love. And from the heart chakra, you have compassion with caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. So either this is you embracing yourself, which I don't vibe that. I don't vibe that for you. I think that you have a pretty good handle on yourself. I think this is more about opening your heart to another. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be like a new best friend, but it feels like love, like deep, connected love. It's coming your way. That's what it feels like. I'm going to pull a couple of these tea leaf cards that just want to pop right out for you. You've got the month of July. You've got happiness. You've got the owl. Sorry, this is hilarious to me because it says good advice from a wise person. So I hope that that's me. I'm kidding. It's not me. And then you've got a bird perched, waiting for news, package, or a letter. Now, how funny is it that I said that weird analogy about standing out there by the mailbox waiting for something? Love that, Paisley. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for being here, my friend. I love that. So love is coming to you. So open your heart, my friend. I mean, that's lovely. Lovely, lovely energy. Hi, Linda. Love is headed towards you. Birds are your messenger. Bonus. I love that. That's excellent. Okay. Thank you very much, Paisley, for being here and for asking the question, my friend. I do appreciate you. I wish you many blessings. I want an update on that love coming towards you. All right. Miss Pooja. We're using all the tarot cards tonight, friends. Well, not all of them. Just whatever's around me. I'm going to switch it up. We're going to go with the good tarot. They're still kind of new, meaning I haven't worked with them enough to, take the shine off of them. So they're still a wee bit slippery. But I like them. And they're just such a pretty color, right? We've got all this lovely, emerald green with this sort of gold border on it. Lovely. All right. Wow. Okay. We start out puja with the Two of Fire, the Two of Wands. This is about making plans, right? Strategy, plans, long-term plans, right? It's like if you were planning on going on a vacation or a trip where you're sitting there and you're picking out all your favorite destinations and you're looking at hotels and, you know, scenic routes and stuff. The trip isn't for like another year kind of thing, but you're in love with the idea of doing all the research, like you're immersing yourself in the enjoyment that you hope to have when you get to that place, right? We have that's the energy sort of coming into the past, or from the past, sorry, not into the past. You've got the Seven of Earth, or the Seven of Pentacles, coming out next. This is, you know, investment and assessment, and, you know, you've put the work in, you've done everything that you can do, and now you're just sort of waiting for it to take off, right? You're waiting for it to, like, sort of mature, shall we call it. And then you've got the Five of Earth, or the Five of Pentacles. So normally that's the, you know, I'm left out in the cold, I'm looking for support. But I really feel like in this case that it is that moment where you are, where you're starting to feel like you found your spot. Yeah, it's where you have where you've like harvested, you know, the fruits of your labor kind of thing, right? So in terms of the Seven of Earth, so you've planted the seeds, right? If you were out in the garden, like you've talked to it, and it's like this high out of the ground, and now you're just waiting for it to blossom, right? So it is a time where you assess it, you've invested in it, and now you have to be patient and wait for it to grow, right? The Five of Earth is being left out in the cold and searching for support. But you know, when you go sort of like dot dot dot, you've asked for the support, so there's potential and opportunity for you to be welcomed in somewhere. And I feel like this is where this is going, right? There's an opportunity here where you're going to start to feel like you finally understand where your foundation is, right? You're starting to understand the path that you're on, if that makes sense, right? Where you fit in, what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be going, where you're headed, that kind of vibe. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Water, the Knight of Cups. Okay. And the Knight of Cups is sensitive and is you know, kind of like in love with the idea of being in love, but not necessarily about the commitment of the relationship. So in terms of this, you were very invested in your future. You're very invested in the plan. You know, you want the dream to come to realization, right? And just stay on that path. You're very all encompassed in it. And I feel like you feel it with every fiber of your being, right? Like you live, breathe, and sleep whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve. Now, the Oracle cards. We have awaken the magic of your creativity. Immerse yourself in the world of feelings. So that is that. Water, emotions. Cups are emotions, right? Don't get out of the feels of this, like, because the feels of this, what you're trying to achieve, your dream, the plan for yourself is beautiful. It's beautiful. And I think what this is asking you to do is to not just focus on the work of it, but focus on the beauty of it, what you are literally creating for yourself. So think of the blessings and the joy and the gratitude, and really like immerse yourself in that, right? Congratulate yourself on the steps that you've already made and the achievement yet to come, right? And the last card that you've got is the butterfly with big changes. Like you are making things happen for yourself, and don't be in such a rush to get to the outcome. Make sure that you enjoy every step of the journey, because it is vastly important, or these cards wouldn't have come out, I feel, that you immerse yourself in the feelings of each step. The joy, the blessings, the gratitude, the achievement, the success, the hope, the trust, the faith of it, all of that. Don't lose sight of any of that. All right. So we've got, from the tea leaf cards, we've got the fan, a romance, celebration, or party. We've got the elephant, which is a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end, which is exactly what this is, right? The journey that you've been on. The fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So again, your eye is on the prize. We've got the basket. The basket is recognition and reward for merit. So it's like your achievements are here, but don't forget to feel what you've done and congratulate yourself on the work. And the last card that we've got is the moon, and that's changes in your life. So you've got two cards telling you about the changes. No. I think what the message is for you is, yes, that's what's happening. Like right now, you are at the stage where you need to be patient and wait for things to blossom. At this moment, that's where you're at. But I think overall, the message for the fall is to enjoy yourself and don't get, like, it doesn't have to be so controlled. It doesn't have to be like a list of things to do, right? Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the journey of getting to the part where it blossoms. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I thank you kindly, Pooja, for asking the question, and I wish you many blessings on achieving the moment when you get to just bask in the sunshine and the beauty of that, of the journey that you're on, because it seems very exciting to me. All right, Miss Linda is here and would like a reading. Let me just take a sip. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Oh, thanks, Pooja. All right. What are we going to use? We'll use these guys. Miss Linda. So I'll be back tomorrow night, you guys, at 8 p.m. to do some full moon readings. And then, of course, on Thursday, I will be on with Ivana. We're doing happy hour. That's at 7 p.m. Simulcast to both of our channels. And you never know what's going to happen on happy hour. You never know what's going to happen. Fall is going to be great for you, Linda. Fall is going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. We start out with the Ten of Earth. I'll show you these in a moment. Start out with the Ten of Earth, the Ten of Pentacles, right? Your family, security, that solid foundation. I feel like you're very much the person that holds that whole, that holds that place and that spot for everyone else. It's important to you, but to everyone else, you are the person that makes that happen, if that makes sense. We have the Awakening card, or the Hanged Man card. So this is a time when, you know, you literally can feel like things are upside down, where you may want to take a pause and just sort of, you know, put yourself in a quiet room and just really think about, you know, how is Linda doing? What does Linda need? You know, to get some clarity, to get some perspective. You know, check in with yourself. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do for you. And that's how I feel like you're feeling right now. You've got the outcome card here of the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Water, right? Loving, giving, nurturing, you know, psychic, intuitive. Got the Ace of Fire on the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands, right? This is about creating opportunities and being creative and, you know, sort of acting on those impulses. So, you know, I've always wanted to take a cooking class. Boom, done. Now, I will tell you that that's lovely and that all makes sense to me. And that I pulled 3 oracle cards that don't make any sense at all. But I will show them to you in hopes that they make sense to you, because that's really all that matters. Okay. Now, when I say they don't make any sense, I mean they don't make sense in terms of the cards, the tarot cards. We've got from the solar plexus chakra, relationships, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. So that is an area, like I said in the beginning, right? We're in Libra season. It's all about relationships. It's all about, you know, that balance and that harmony, right? Now I've got 2 cards here. One is the Cow Skull, an abrupt ending, and the other one is Trapped. Oh, and we have a Quincy. Hi, Quincy. So I'm not sure what this means. Now, if that's why you need to take this pause to gain a little bit of understanding, I'm not sure if a family member or other friend has, you know, just all of a sudden like not called or whatever. It doesn't feel bad for you. It feels actually like, thank you, you know, because like that was a lot. It feels like it's a good thing for you that you're going to have a break, if I was being honest. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is. I don't want to know. It could be a thing and not a person. Meaning that you're going to stop doing for others before doing for yourself. That's what's going to change. Because you feel slightly stifled. That makes sense to me. Now, I pulled the little tea leaf cards, right? We've got the egg, and it says success assured with good plans and hard work, which sort of makes me feel like the Ten of Earth vibe. We've got the arrow, and it says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's working. We've got the throne and position of authority. And again, that leads me to that Ten of Earth vibe. And then we have the key, which says successful outcome to your problems. So I feel like okay, working on relationship with myself. Okay, so I would say, based on that, to continue what you're doing, because the freedom that you are bringing towards yourself is going to come from, you know, your level of trust. And the level of trust comes from acceptance, and the acceptance comes from the Hanged Man with this, you know, this taking a pause and checking in with yourself, and then also listening to your your intuition. I mean, it hasn't served you negatively, so there's no reason to think that it will now. I feel like you need to tell yourself that or remind yourself of that. Hi, Mary. That's my cousin Mary. Everybody say hi. So that's what I've got for you, Linda. I hope that makes sense. I thank you for asking the question. Wish you many blessings. Okay. What is, Mark, can you do something? What is happening out there with the dog? Why is she barking her face off? All right. Liz is up next. And Liz says, oh my goodness, what is going on? Can you guys hear her? Okay. You're very welcome, Linda. Okay. So, hi, sweetie, and all. Can my guides tell me what is going on with me now? One day in hospital for entertainment purposes, not asking for medical advice. Thank you. I don't know what's happening out there, you guys. Sorry for all the barking. So yes, thank you everyone. This is my actual cousin Mary. Who coincidentally, Hershey, Mary in the chat, was named after my grandmother, Mary, who you and I have talked about before. All right, Miss Liz. I'm not sure if Liz is still here, but we'll throw a couple of cards for her and see what we can pick up. The other day, We let Rosie out in the morning as we normally do, but because it's staying darker later, a raccoon was in the tree, you guys, and the raccoon came down. It was dark, right? The raccoon came down into the tree and headed right for her, and she lost her mind. So we're not doing that anymore. We're not letting her out until it gets lighter out. And she still goes out in broad daylight, goes up to the trees, I mean from a distance though, and just barks her face off at a tree trunk, which is just hysterical. What is going on? My phone's buzzing, all kinds of things are happening. Okay. So Liz, we start out with the Hanged Man. So taking a pause, needing to find some perspective. This is that moment when you're asking yourself, like, what does it all mean? Why do I feel the way that I do? How can I shift this? How can I change, my attitude, my outlook, whatever. It's that kind of a vibe, right? Then we have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is that moment when we have gained that perspective. Now we have a new understanding. Now we have enlightened ourselves, right? We have reached a level. So sorry, you guys. I don't know what is going on with her. I can't hear myself think. So, that you've reached that level of understanding with yourself that things make sense, right? Then we have the Ace of Cups as your outcome card. The Ace of Cups is about the feels, right? We're all in our feelings. So get in touch with the blessings, get in touch with the gratitude, right? Connect to the heart. Feel from the heart. And what I mean by that is this, in terms of, what you said. If you are, afraid, if you're losing faith in any way, shape, or form, shift that perspective, shift that fear, and come from a place of love and kindness and compassion, right? Count your blessings, keep a gratitude journal. Excuse me, those types of things. Those things, anything that brings you joy will lift your vibration, and that will keep you higher as opposed to lower. Now, that's not going to solve your problems, but it can help with your attitude, and your attitude helps with your outlook. It's almost like, the old analogy that, like, you had a cold and, like, your mom or your grandma might tell you to, get all, like, gussied up and you'd be like, why? I feel like crap. It's the old saying about, like, look good, feel good, right? That if you took some time on yourself, that you would be like, look at me. That's almost kind of what I'm vibing for you, right? We've got the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So right now there's some confusion. There's decisions to be made. There's forks in the road. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where to go. I'm totally confused. And there could even be a little bit of procrastination happening as well. Meaning I just don't want to deal with it. It's too much. We've got from the third eye chakra, faith. Okay, hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. Now, I just look at these two cards and I'm like, this is the answer. Right? And I'm not saying that to be all, like, I'm not trying to give you like a good answer. I'm literally telling you this is what I've got. Come from the feels. Tap into the feels, right? Get into your heart center and come from that place. Ask your team to help. It feels like soothing your heart almost, I want to say. We've got the eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. So exactly, like, right, we want to soar to new heights. We don't want to just like go through the clouds. We want to go up above the clouds. So really tap into that heart center. Okay, you've got the goldfish here. The goldfish is increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And that's what I'm saying. You tap into that, lift that vibration up. Your spiritual connection is going to like go cray cray over that. The next card that I have is Owl, and it says good advice from a wise person. So if you're talking to someone, if you're talking to a friend, take heed of what they say. Yeah. Well, then that's confirmation, Liz, that what you're doing is the right thing, because these two cards are all about, having faith and having hope. So, and your spiritual, your spiritual connection. So continue to do that. Continue to stay in that spot. I don't think that you're going to necessarily, I mean, I don't see there that you're getting any answers. I feel like what you're getting is like protection from spirit, right? You're getting like an enlightenment. You're getting like a level up. That's what I feel. So use your connection that you already have to continue to increase that even further. I thank you very much, and I'm very sorry to hear that you're in the hospital. I do hope that you are feeling better and that you continue to, improve each day. I thank you kindly for asking the question and for trusting us with that information. And we wish you many blessings and a speedy recovery, of course. All right, we have Cheryl, then Ellen, then Bella, and then Gerald, and then Mary, sorry. Okay, so Cheryl says, hi, I have a meeting with my manager tomorrow. Can you tell if it will be good, bad, or neutral? I can throw some cards on it. Let's do some Rider-Waite's. She said I was going to use all the tarot cards I had in front of me here. I didn't, because this one was too far. So yeah, so there's a raccoon in the garage, and Rosie was going stupid over that. This morning, the doorbell thing, like we have a doorbell camera thing, the doorbell camera was going off, and that's because there was a raccoon like standing on the we have like a little deck railing thing, and it was standing on there trying to jump up above the door. I don't know where it thought it was going. That was at 6:10 this morning or 6:15 this morning. So that was fun. All right, Cheryl. Oh, Taylor, you asked for a reading too, and I'm sorry, and I didn't even start you. So then we'll do Taylor last. All right. All right, so this is interesting, Cheryl, and only you can tell me if this is resonating or not. So we start out with the Devil card. Okay. Now, lots of people think that the Devil card is, bad. It's negative. Oh my God. In this particular case, I think that the Devil card represents how things used to be, or how you perceive things. Like the manager calls you in and you're like, oh, I'm going to get fired. And they want to tell you that you're doing a great job. It kind of feels like that to me, just a little bit. Okay. Next to that, we've got the Four of Wands. This is joy. This is celebration. This is, you know, it's happy. So by all intents and purposes, yes, it's going to be good. You're going to get praised for hard work. We've got the Knight of Cups. So I would say to you to really listen to what the manager is saying to you. Take it all in. Don't necessarily like hear and react. Take it in, let it resonate, like let them do the talking and you just do the listing. Okay. Because the Knight of Cups can be sensitive, right? Can wear their heart on their sleeve. You could get hurt easily. So there may be like an overreaction to what they're saying. And sometimes in the moment, we don't hear everything that's being said to us when we feel that way, right? Now, this is interesting because on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Cups. So normally the Six of Cups is about thinking of the past, right? It's, you know, how things used to be versus how things are now. Now, I don't know if this is you, you know, sort of like doing a number on yourself that, you know, where you thought you were going to be versus where you are. And like you got all that going on in your head. It's possible that you've worked there for a really, really long time. And that's why this card is coming out. But if I was being honest, which I like to be honest when I do my readings, I feel like this is more like your vibe. And the vibe that I'm getting is that, like, the vibe that I'm getting is that you feel like you're quite concerned about this meeting. And I don't want you to be. I don't want you to be concerned about this meeting. Because no matter what happens at this meeting, you're going to hold your own, right? You stand on, you know, the work that you've done. This meeting isn't going to change that. Let's pull a card here. You've got the Feather and Divine Guidance. So there's nothing to fear. Everything's going to be fine. That's what I've got. So I hope that that makes sense. Let's pull a few little tea leaf cards for you. We've got the Hat, and you will be playing a different role. We've got the Quill. Get back to the basics. So maybe that's what the Six of Cups is. Is there a job that maybe you used to do? Or something that you did before? Maybe. We've got the Horseshoe and good luck. So that's what I've got for you, sure. I hope that that helps. I wish you many blessings and best of luck with your meeting tomorrow. Wish you many blessings. All right, so now we have Miss Ellen. And Ellen says, can I have a reading for Paul, please? All right. Ellen's here. Thanks for hanging out and being so patient, you guys. Beautiful. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely. All right. Got the Two of Pentacles coming out, Ellen. Balance. I literally feel like anybody could have these cards, right? Balance. But you know, it's also about prioritizing, right? So how you prioritize things also equates to your balance, right? Thank you, Ellen. You're very kind. Next to that, we have the Eight of Air, the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords can be about self-doubt. You know, it's a lack of self-confidence, you know, based on things that have, you know, happened before. This is the moment where it's time for you to, like, you know, take the mask off and stand in your own power and be like, hey, you know what? Like, no, I make no apology for who I am, kind of idea, right? Like, I want you to own it. So whatever that self-doubt is, wherever that lack of confidence is coming from, tell it to hit the road. I no longer reside in that space, right? We've got the Knight of Fire coming up as your outcome card. Girlfriend, that is getting it done. Like, you were going after it and you were getting it done, right? You are passionate, you are confident, and you are charismatic, and you are all of that in a bundle of energy on a horse, just boom, right? Like you're in the gate, the race has started, and you are charging for the finish line. So this Eight of Swords is not going to last for a long time. It's going to go by the wayside. And when it does, you're going to so notice it. Okay. You've got the Queen of Wands, my favorite card, sitting here on the bottom of the deck. Again, owning your power, standing in it, and just living the best life that you can, right? You're brilliant. You're talented. You are independent. You are confident. You own it. Oracle card that I've got is the Wheel and moving forward. You are moving forward in a fantastic fashion. I just want to say that I seen that my cousin said this is very interesting. So Mary doesn't know that I do this. I mean, other than, you know, me just telling her that I did this not too long ago. And so yeah, we've got the older man showing up. Okay. Dealings or relationship with an older man. So I don't know if this is like a work colleague or maybe a family member or something, or a potential romantic person, but there you go. You've got the Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. You've got career. Literally, it had no words. Now, this deck has a Tower card, but it is not the same as the Tower in the Tarot. This Tower says solid foundation, success with effort. So all intents or all cards are leading to the same spot. You are well on your way to getting out past this, you know, sort of lack of confidence vibe, and, you know, taking the world by storm, I want to say. So that's what I got for you, Ellen. That's awesome reading. Thank you, Linda. You're very kind, my friend. Do appreciate you. Thank you, Ellen, for being here and for asking the question. I wish you many blessings. All right, Bella, and then Mary, and then Taylor. All right. Let's do... You're welcome, Ellen. Bella, Bella, Bella. Beautiful cards. All right, Bella, you I had like 4 cards fall out for you. We start out with the Ten of Pentacles. This is the solid foundation, right? The security, the home. We've got the Six of Cups following that. So nostalgia, looking back in the past. Sometimes it's about thinking about, as I said before, thinking about, you know, where you thought you were going to be versus where you are, and sometimes doing that comparison in our mind. And I feel like it might be something like that. Like the message is something like that. Like whatever is back here in the past, it's lovely to think about every once in a while. Look back over the pictures and, you know, share those funny stories with a friend or a family member. But we don't live there anymore for a reason, because that was then. This is where our focus needs to be. What's happening here now? This is where our attention needs to be, is the vibe I'm getting for this message for you. Next to that, we have the Five of Cups. And so this would be like a challenge, right? So the Five of Cups is about the 3 cups that are still upright, or sorry, the 2 cups that are still upright, not the 3 cups that have spilled out onto the floor. This is an opportunity to find positive solutions and positive, you know, resolutions and implement those into our life. This is about taking something that is half empty and half empty and making it half full, right? It is a way to find the silver lining, so to speak. That is your challenge. And if you can do that, right? If we can find the positive, if we can always find the upside, you've got the Sun as your outcome. Joy, blessings, love. Right now, you have the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck, and so there's a pause happening here. There's some conversation happening with yourself, where you are checking in and saying, like, what is it that I need? What's going to make me happy? Why do I feel the way that I do? Right? We've got the sacral chakra coming, or sorry, the solar plexus chakra coming out here with gut instincts. Love this card. Intuition, knowing, sensing, and your trust. So what that is telling us is that you get these little niggles, these little feelings, and you discount them. You're like, oh, I don't know why that does that. Pay attention to those. Your gut instinct always knows. So the reason that that card comes out is because that's a chakra that may need to be worked on over the fall, right? And there you go. You've got keys and important choices. So the important choice is to not live in the past, to live in the present, right? To find the upright, the positive resolution and solution to help you move forward, right? To learn to trust yourself. That's what your gut instinct is. So that you can make informed and important choices and decisions for yourself. Sorry, I'm having a challenge with the round cards. Who would have thought that, you know, that shuffling round cards could be so challenging? But anyhow, all right, we've got the ant coming out. Okay, work, achievement, success, which is lovely. We have the door, which is opportunities are waiting for you. Outstanding. We have the bow, which is you are highly thought of. Love it. And we have the cup, which says you should accept valid criticism. You should accept valid criticism. So if someone has been trying to have a conversation with you, a friend, a family member, whatever, saying to you, you know, maybe you should try this, or try to be a little open to that, because they may have something really important or powerful to say to you that could be the ticket on how you turn this around. So that's what I've got for you, Bella. I hope that that makes sense. I hope it resonates. I thank you for being here and for being so patient and asking the question. I wish you many blessings. All right. Miss Mary, my cousin Mary. What have we got for Miss Mary? You're very welcome, Bella. I hope that that makes sense, love. Oh, it does? Okay. Thank you, Bella. I like the confirmation, friends. I want to know if I'm with the program or if I'm not. All right. Woo! Did you see that flyer? Beautiful cards coming out for you, Mary. Hi, Akila. Okay. So this is what I've got for you, Mary. We've got the Six of Wands coming out. This is success. This is self-esteem, being seen, victory, achievements. So something that you've done in the not too distant past has been considered an achievement, right? We've got the Two of Cups next to that. It's love, soulmates, emotions, energies blending together into one. That is your family, I believe. Hi, Bims. We've got the Nine of Pentacles coming out next to that. It's a lovely card. It's the moment that we have arrived at in our life where we can, where most of us can only hope to achieve, where we can feel that sense of contentment around us, right? All of our hard work has paid off. And when we look through the window from outside into our life, we can see the beautiful, the beautiful life that we have created, and the blessings that we have. It's that kind of vibe. You've got the Eight of Wands, so there's some information coming towards you, some communication headed your way. And I think we both know what that is, right? Now, this is an interesting card. Now, even though Mary is my cousin, Mary and I don't talk every day, and I don't know all that's going on in her life. So I don't know what this means. So you don't have to tell me. I just hope it resonates with you. You've got the 10 of Wands here. So the 10 is the end of a cycle, right? Something has completed, and this is in the challenge position. And the 10 implies, like this card implies that you're walking away from something, right? You've put in all the time that you've done the work that you needed to do, and it's just time to move on. It's like if you had a job that was not a full-time job, but like a contract position that was for 6 months, and you're at the five months and the 29th day. Tomorrow the job is over and you're going to walk away from it. Doesn't have to be a bad thing or a negative thing. It just means it's something's ending. You're moving on. But if you notice in this card, they've got all their belongings, so they're not in any kind of lack. It's just literally moving on. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with a person that you have to sort of move away from, if someone's moving away from you. If you've broken ties with someone, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good for you. But then we've got the Death and Rebirth card. Okay, so the Death and Rebirth card, like that, again, something ends, something begins. So this is like, it's good. These two cards, even though they're endings, it's an ending and a beginning. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Four of Wands. Like, all these cards flew out, by the way. You've got the Four of Wands. This is joy. This is blessings. This is celebration. This is your family. So don't know what the 10 of Wands and the Death and Rebirth card is about. I'm going to pull some of these little tea leafy cards for you. And we have got, oh my God, Mary, look at this. Look at what I got. Look at that. Crib. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Wow. That's crazy. You've got V for victory in some endeavor, which is like that Six of Wands. You've got the Cup, which you should accept valid criticism. So if that criticism is tied into this, I don't know. You've got the flag that says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. So that lower your standards and that criticism are tied up to these here. And because I am who I am, I need to know. So I'm going to ask. Bear with me. Sorry, Liz, I see all that you're typing there, love. I'll go and read it in 2 seconds when I'm done here. Spirit, can you please clarify the 10 of Wands for me? Why is the 10 of Wands showing up for Mary in the challenge position? What is the 10 of Wands about? Clarify the 10 of Wands for me, please, Spirit. Judgment and the Queen of Fire. Yep. So someone done you wrong, Mary, and this is so I've got the renewal card, which is the Judgment in the traditional tarot, and then the Queen of Fire. So it's like you're letting them go, and you're standing on, like in your power and just be like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Sorry, I can't. So hope that that makes sense to you. I also pulled an oracle card that says this is the bear, rest and retreat. So whatever this business is, whatever it is that you've been handling with this Ten of Wands business, like take care of you. Don't allow it to like disrupt you. You know what I mean? Don't let it take your joy away from you. You've got so much good stuff going on. It's wonderful. Concentrate on that. You guys, okay. Is it okay for me to tell Mary like why I said that the crib was so crazy? Can I share that with them? You let me know. Okay, Liz says, FYI, you were right. I allowed my son in his empty house to break my heart. Oh, God. Sorry, typing is awful today. I'm learning this as a spiritual lesson to detach from all and allow spirit to lead my life, not drain my energy from son. Confused about going all energetic minute. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Liz. But, I mean, the important bit is that you know that. You know, it's not like you don't know why. Sometimes knowing why is more than half of the way forward. Do you know what I mean? So the reason why I said that the crib card was crazy is because Mary's daughter is like literally about to give birth at any moment. So that's why I said that was crazy. Grandma was probably helping me, Mary. All right. Thank you, Mary, for letting me read for you. That was fun. And I wish you many blessings. Miss Taylor is up. Oh, thanks, Hershey. Appreciate you, my friend. Liz says, thank you. Linda Kills her hardest decision in 50 years. Yeah. Listen, you know, standing our ground with people is not easy. It's not. It doesn't matter who they are or what relation they are to us. But when someone has hurt you, like really hurt you, I mean, for all the bad feelings that you could possibly have, in my opinion, it's you or them. So should you continue to feel like crap, will they feel okay for treating you badly or poorly or whatever? Or being completely oblivious to the fact that they hurt you in the first place, which I think is actually worse somehow? Or do you stand up to them and say, and it's not even stand up to them, it's stand up for you. And I'm saying this. Mary knows. Mary's my cousin, like my legit first cousin. She knows, you know, about my life. I have a father who I loved more than anything. More than anything, I loved my dad. And for 10 years, my dad wouldn't speak to me. When my mother died, my father refused to speak to me because I didn't tell him my mother was dying. And he was dying. How messed up is that? It doesn't matter that I was an adult. My whole life just changed in an instant because my mother died. And literally the very next day, when I called my dad to tell him, I found out that my father was dying also. I didn't know what to do. I was destroyed and distraught. Never in my wildest imagination, ever, no matter what my father ever did, good, bad, or otherwise, did I ever think for 1 second that if I needed him, he would not be there for me. And in the moment when I needed my dad the most, Nope. That was difficult. Very, very difficult. And do you think that I didn't feel bad? Because he was dying. He was literally dying. I didn't give in. What I told him was that he is my father and I love him, and that he is sick, and that's what matters. The details don't. Which allowed me to do what I needed to do to be able to be there for him if he wanted me to. I wasn't begging, you know. When he would make his little snide comments to me about, well, I don't want to hear about that about your mom, or I don't want to hear this, or I don't want to hear that, I'd be like, sorry. You don't get to pick and choose which parts of me that you want to be around. This is who I am. All of me. I am one whole package. You either love all of me or you don't love any of me. And I know that that sounds a bit wonky, but in the moment, that's how I felt. And I was really proud of myself that I stood my ground, because at the end of the day, sadly, my father passed away. But I was there 2 days before, and we were having the greatest time ever, and we were fine, and we were good, and I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I think because I stood up for myself. Now, it may not be the best example of standing up for yourself, but in my mind, in my heart, I stood up for myself. I said what I needed to say and did, more importantly, what I needed to do for me to be able to be okay. So for anybody out there, I don't care who you are, I don't care what your situation is, whatever you're dealing with when it comes to other people trying to change you or conform you or mold you into something that you need to, somebody else that they want you to be, trying to change you. Constructive criticism is okay. But we know deep down inside when someone has gone too far, right? For example, I hate the color purple, which I don't. I love the color purple, but I say I hate the color purple, and everything that they want me to wear and everything that they want me to look at is purple. Someone like that is not listening to me. That's not someone making a gentle suggestion that they think I should open myself up to more purple. That's someone who's telling me that I don't care what you say because I say purple. And that becomes like a power struggle, right? People like that are difficult to connect with and work with, because despite what you say, they're not listening to you. They're not hearing your side of the story, right? They're not taking into consideration anything that you have to offer. And so I just close myself off to people like that. That's just what I think. All right, let's do Taylor. Because Taylor has waited all of this time. Hi, Twisted Sushi. Oh, good night, Linda. Thank you for being here, my friend. Oh, and Hershey's gone too. Thank you for being here, Hershey. So sorry. I was on my little tangent there. I was on my soapbox. All right. Taylor. Oh my goodness. Lovely cards. Lovely. Okay, so Taylor, I'm not sure if you're still here or not, but we start out with the Six of Pentacles. So the past, looking back. I think that this Six of Pentacles for you is more about like the innocence of like child, right? The sort of letting your hair down, sort of having a little bit of fun in a very sort of innocent way, right? So doing what makes you happy, doing what inspires you, right? Maybe something that you used to do as a child that you enjoyed. So either some kind of hobby or a sport or something like that. There's something that you used to do as a child that either you're thinking about or you often think about. And I think that that could help you as you sort of navigate your journey. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here, so feeling that level of contentment in your life, the joy and the blessings, like you've just arrived at a really wonderful spot in your life, and you're very grateful for all that you have. Lastly, we have the Ten of Cups. This is the happy family card, right? This is joy and blessings and love, your soul tribe. You've got a great sort of network of friends and family around you, and you are like well thought of, well appreciated. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands, which is lovely. This isn't like an action, right? Like getting the job done, going after it. Not much gets in your way. You're very like set your mind to it and off you go. And so I feel like the fall for you is going to be like just a lovely time where you are enjoying your friends and your family and the life that you've created. And it's possible that someone comes back from your past and crosses paths with you. Perhaps there's some sort of like reunion or party or something where you see this person at. Or the other thing that I suggested, and something that you used to do as a child, or maybe it's just a having fun bit. You've got the dandelion coming out. I got two cards here. You got the dandelion, which is planting seeds, which I think that's what the Knight of Wands is about. Now, I literally just realized that I'm saying the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the past and all that. And that's the Six of Cups. It's not the Six of Pentacles. But there's a reason why I read the Six of Pentacles as the Six of Cups. I don't know why I did that. Only Spirit knows why I did that. But I just want to note that I noticed that I did that. But planting the seeds. So interesting when you do weird things like that and you can't explain it, and it's like spirits like guiding this conversation. It's clearly not me. Then you have the birdhouse coming out, which is safe and secure. So the safe and secure is the Nine of Pentacles, the contentment, the Ten of Cups, and the planting of the seeds is the Knight of Wands, right? So whatever it is that you're working on, if you've got an idea, or if this is like business or something, I feel like you are going in the right direction. Something is working out for you. We've got the month of October. We've got the owl again, and that says good advice from a wise person. And then we have Target, which is a great oriented person, or sorry, a goal oriented person, which is exactly what I get from this Knight of Wands. I want to pull one more card here. Oh, thank you, Paisley. Look at that. We've got confidence for you, Taylor. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right course. You're on the right track, and I think that you are. I think that you're going to have a great fall. I thank you for asking the question, and I'm sorry that it took me so long to get to your question, but I appreciate you nevertheless. I wish you many blessings. I wish everyone many blessings, but I'm going to call it a night. It's 1 hour and 52 minutes in, so that was a long one. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. for full moon readings. This is a big, powerful super moon on Friday. So if you want a full moon reading, make sure that you tune in. And then I'll be back on Thursday night at 7 p.m. with Ivana Intuitive for happy hour. So from me to you, I wish you many, many blessings. Don't forget also to check out the daily readings. They're up every day. The Sunday Oracle message is also up there. And I think that's all I have to say. So don't forget to do the thumbs up and the bell notification and all that good stuff. And I will see you when I see you next. And until then, I wish you many, many blessings. Bye, everybody. Night, Mary.